Men judge more by the eye than by the hand. Niccolò Machiavelli. You don't lose respect because you're weak. You lose it because you try to prove yourself. Think about that for a second. Most people believe confidence comes from speaking more, explaining better, and making sure everyone understands them. But what if that's exactly what's destroying your image? What if the more you explain, the less people respect you? Look at how people behave in real life. The person who talks the most, who justifies every decision, who tries to convince everyone around them, rarely feels powerful. They feel uncertain, and people can sense that immediately. Now compare that to someone who says less, someone who makes a decision and moves on. No long explanations, no need for approval, just clarity. Who do you respect more? Exactly. This is what Niccolò Machiavelli understood better than most. People don't respect those who try to be liked. They respect those who don't need to be. And that's where everything changes. Because the moment you need something from someone, especially their approval, you give them power over you. And people feel that. Not consciously, but subconsciously. Humans are wired to sense one thing very quickly. Who needs who more? And the person who needs less always has more power. This is why honesty, when used without control, becomes dangerous. You've been told to be open, to express everything, to share your thoughts and emotions freely. But the truth is, the more you reveal, the more predictable you become. And predictable people are easy to control. Every time you share your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, you're giving people a map of how to influence you, how to pressure you, how to move around you. Not because people are evil, but because that's how social dynamics work. Machiavelli said that people judge more by appearances than by reality. In other words, it doesn't matter how strong you are. It matters how strong you appear. And nothing weakens that appearance faster than over-explaining. Every extra sentence adds doubt. Every justification lowers your position. Every attempt to convince makes you less convincing. You might think you're being honest, but what you're actually doing is exposing yourself. And once you're fully exposed, you lose your edge. Because power often lives in what is not said, in what is held back, in what is controlled. This doesn't mean you should lie or pretend to be someone you're not. That's not the point. The point is discipline. Not every thought deserves to be spoken. Not every emotion deserves to be shared. Not every truth needs to be revealed immediately. Timing matters. Context matters. Control matters. This is the difference between emotional people and powerful people. Emotional people express everything. Powerful people choose what to express. And that choice is what creates respect. Because when you're not easily readable, you're not easily controlled. And when you're not easily controlled, people treat you differently. They listen more. They question you less. They respect your presence, even when you're silent, because they don't fully understand you. And that uncertainty creates distance. And that distance creates power. Now here's the uncomfortable part. Detachment feels wrong at first. Your mind will push you to speak, to explain, to correct, to defend yourself. It will tell you that if you stay silent, you're losing. But that voice isn't strength. It's fear. Fear of being judged. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of not being accepted. And every time you give in to that voice, you reinforce it. But every time you resist it, you build control. And control is what real confidence is built on. Confidence is not loud. It's not emotional. It's not reactive. It's calm. It's measured. It's intentional. It's the ability to stay composed when everything in you wants to react. And that's where respect is created. Not in how much you say, but in how much you don't. Because silence, when used correctly, is not weakness, it's pressure. It makes people uncomfortable. It makes them talk more, reveal more, expose themselves. And while they're doing that, you're observing. And that puts you in control. But remember, this isn't about becoming cold or distant. It's about not depending. You can care about your goals, your values, your direction, without needing anyone else to validate them. That's real confidence. And it's rare. Because most people live in reaction. They respond to everything. They explain everything. They defend everything. And in doing so, they give away their power. But the person who pauses, who chooses when to speak, who doesn't feel the need to prove anything, moves differently. They speak with precision, few words, clear intention. And that carries weight, because when you don't need to prove yourself, people assume you already have. So the next time you feel the urge to explain yourself, pause. The next time you feel the need to prove something, stop. Ask yourself if it's necessary, or if you're just trying to be understood. Because those are not the same thing. And the difference between them is the difference between being respected and being overlooked. You don't need to hide who you are, but you do need to control how much of yourself you give away. Because in a world where everyone is constantly talking, explaining, and revealing everything, the person who knows what not to say is the one who holds the most power. If this made you think, comment, control over emotion. Because the moment you understand that is the moment you stop giving your power away and start keeping it.